frame together, still need to add a piece for the drawer, supports at the front for the drawers, probably not at the back, but definitely the front piece because it will show on the front when you open the door. Now I need to think about the side panels, because I was originally thinking I could make up the side panel and slot them in, but it's going to take away too much wood from here to do that. So now I'm thinking I make the panel and then make each side piece, put the panel in the side piece and then the last panel across the back and then put together. So these two end pieces, the side pieces, would be complete with the panel. And I need to think about the thickness of the panel. At the moment it's 3/8 of an inch, 9 millimeters, a 1/4 inch setback, but that only leaves me with 1/8 of an inch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1/8 of an inch as a ridge. Either the ridge to put it in, or I just take it out completely and slot it in. Actually, that might be easier for the bottom and the top, but I still have to cut a groove down here to hold it in place. So it'll have to be a groove the thickness of the wood on both sides, and that all has to be done before I glue it up. The front doesn't have one, the back one, same sort of concept of course, but these rails are much thicker, so rather than take a big chunk out, I'll have to groove that. And it gets a little bit interesting because of the way it goes together. Nothing comes in from the top. So I think the next thing I might do is make the side piece, the supports, and then I'll start making up the panels. At the moment, the panels, without all the crap at the bottom of course, so that's spotted gum. I'm not sure. It gives it a bit of character because it's a totally different type of wood to this one, which makes the sides stand out a little bit, rather than just being an homogeneous blob. Similar wood, but I don't have the same wood anyway. I'll make up a panel, and I've got to make these up anyway, so I'll do that next. design decision time. Not sure whether the offset for the panel should be a 1/4 inch, 1/8 or 3/16. This one is a 1/4 inch, which looks quite big. So I might try one, maybe 3/16. See what that looks like. Actually, I might try an 1/8 of an inch. I'm just worried an 1/8 of an inch might be too small. But it's not getting any stress on it. No, it shouldn't anyway. It's just going to sit there, and it's not structural. This is quite an old tool as well. It's metal, so it's 1900s, 40s, 50s. It wasn't included. I bought this one separately. The idea is it can you have different blades, different blade thicknesses, and you can make a groove. The only catch with these is that the groove has to be the whole length, which means if I use this to do a groove down here for the wood, the groove's going to come all the way into the foot. Now the top doesn't matter so much because it's going to have a top on it, but it means there'll be a groove down the side. I'll need to think about that, what I do or whether I leave it. Don't know yet. Other than that, I have to use a router, which I really don't want to do. Make a horrible mess and tend to screw up easily. At least when I use them. This is cutting a 1/4 inch groove, and then the depth stop I think is set to about 4 millimeters. And you can't start and stop, because if you start here, the skating part won't go in, so it won't cut. It's either full length or nothing. That's a potential problem with a thin one. With this wood. I think that's too thin. It looks like a mistake. So not 1/8. Scribble that one out. Let's go back to a 1/4. I think I'll stay with a 1/4. Now, this issue with the groove coming all the way down, not just all the way down, the groove is also going to go into a joint, and it won't be filled. Now the joint's deep, the groove is not. Either I have to use a router, which I seriously don't want to do, because the chances of it screwing up are pretty high. What I'm going to do is cut the groove. I'll keep it shallow, knock it back to 1/8, which will have a groove at the top, which will be completely covered. So the groove will come up there and be hidden. Groove will come up here and be hidden. Groove will run down here and then run down the leg, which will be the inside. Cut a strip of wood, the same wood, and I'll inlay it and glue it so you won't see it. Or if it does look noticeable, I'll make it a different colour and make it a feature. Always turn screw-ups into features. 1/4 in, 1/4 deep. There's enough wood to keep it stable. Feels like a point of no return. It's 1/8 deep and a quarter from the outside. This is a homemade crosscut sled. It's too wide to cut on the miter saw. The table saw is good for cutting long ways this way, no good for cutting this way. It gets caught, goes everywhere into your face mainly. So this one you make up yourself, bits of scrap wood.